Well, hello! Welcome back to POV Art. My name is Aley, and last time we went on the amazing adventure of assembling a POV camera contraption to easily film fun future passion projects in a manner which manages to make the channel concept content. Click up here in case you missed it. Those who have already seen it, of course, will remember that the crafting process included moving to a foreign country, which is where today we pick the ball back up and get it rolling again. Welcome to the art of zero-budget apartment makeover. Now this may seem oddly specific to my current living space, but I'm sure that at least one of you can relate. And if not, I guess we do have a lot of time on our hands right now, so at least you can get some entertainment out of my quest to upcycle my quality of housing without spending any money. The goal is to create a space that is not only a lovely home, but a functional workplace. So what do we have to work with? Well, our journey begins with this cozy 23 square meter apartment. The office/living/dining/bedroom comes fully furnished in brown with a dog and just enough space to squeeze in your desk and the additional IKEA shelf. And that is basically it. We of course have a kitchen and bathroom, but well, you can tell that this is gonna take a while, so those have to wait for another video. Here's a quick flashback of the weeks we moved in, which mostly functions as initiation of the question, what on earth happened in those last 5 months? Needless to say that this room is a total and utter mess. Apparently that's just what happens when an artist spontaneously moves with all his supplies and ends up not having adequate storage, barely any space to organize, and 2 other life forms and a dog to work around. But then 2020 happened and oh boy! The entire country is in lockdown, home office is not an option, and my boyfriend got stuck in Germany, so yeah, let's together make the best of things and try not to lose it. Step 1 to optimize your new sole place of existence is to measure exactly what it is you are dealing with. This includes the door, pre-existent bulletin board, furniture and single window. Create a very blurry layout plan, including all these little details, and cut out equally blurry squares representing anything that could potentially be moved. Then shuffle the pieces around until you are happy with the layout. Of course, all of this is somewhat optional, but it helps in case you two have the worst sense of proportion in the history of history and historically fudge up every single time when trying to eyeball these things. Now start clearing out the questionable area behind the bed, which is basically inaccessible space that does nothing but collect dog hair and junk. Yep, well, we were just talking about that. Here goes the first of many dog hair removals. And just like that, you can already triumphantly push the bed into the corner to gain 20 precious centimeters of living space. Won't you look at that? It almost feels like living in the void now. Next, socially distance yourself from your belongings and carefully pull your partner's desk across the room to the best of your ability. To benefit from the now free area, make sure you can actually see the floor, remove dog hair, and marvel at this perfect summary of your situation before relocating both bedside tables. Well, what doesn't fit is made to be fit. Now while you're at it, get the cardboard boxes you've been hoarding behind the closet for the last 4 months, despite your boyfriend not understanding and protesting your motivation for that. Today, it is their day. After some more dog hair removal. Here comes the fun part, customizing what someone else gave you so it fits your collective household lifestyle. This small cabinet over here, for example, is home to bed sheets. However, if done correctly, it can hold so much more. So clear it out and get the cardboard box that was already chosen to be its interior, as it naturally has the perfect fit. Make yourself some room and close the box up. Then get your favorite cutting tool and slice a hole in one of the large sides of the box. Clean up the edges and tape down the flappity flaps on the inside. Get some water and, you guessed it, wallpaper paste powder. Grab that trusty notebook, and if you ever wondered what would happen if you added color to the mix, now is the perfect opportunity to find out. Prepare huge pieces of paper so this doesn't take forever, and as expected, the colored paste doesn't really look... Well, honestly, I don't really know what I was hoping for. But we would have never known if we had never tried, so I think this is still a win. Anyways, cover that big boy up inside and out to ensure stability and set it aside to dry. Meanwhile, this tragedy over here. Obviously to each their own, but personally I feel like glass doors just defeat their own purpose. Like, yes, I would like to put my stuff away so everything is tidy, but I would also like to keep looking at it, please. Now, naturally, as you are too lazy to keep your cabinet insides cleaned up, you are also trying to cut corners wherever possible. But let me just tell you that in fact right here it is not. Well, technically it is, but go do it the right way. So get your trusty cardboard, figure out how much you need, and cut away. Once the piece fits, get happily distracted from your previous mishap by the fact that the bedsheet cabinet insert has fully dried and take a quick detour to set it up. See, now you can put stuff on top and still pull out the pillowcase without tearing down a Jenga tower-like stacking situation. Also remember to label your boxes to minimize time wondering what the hey is even in there. Now back to the book page door cover. Place it on a flat surface and weigh down the cardboard with something random you have lying around at home, like canned food for example. This should prevent bending during the drying process. Also, bonus points if the cans are not panic buys but simply responsible food backups you've had anyways. Also, mix a new batch of wallpaper paste. No color this time, we have learned that lesson. Again, cut up material, rip it smaller and put it down in a fun pattern that loops around the tomatoes, corn and oil. Once it is almost dry, you will realize that against your efforts it still got a little bit bendy, which can luckily be countered by heavy amounts of color. While you're at it, you can relocate the cans and fill in the gaps. Until it is fully dry, sort a few of your colors to dwell in the dreams of all the art possibilities, and also because you don't really have any other responsibilities right now except for saving lives by staying inside, of course. Do the same thing to pretty much anything else, like this fun collection of googly eyes and the crafty stuff you bought in Taiwan back in 2011. In case you need a divider for your organizer because your mom lost it before gifting the box to you, do what we always do, get some cardboard, cut it up and tape it in. You know, it is quite funny how many hair things reappear once you start cleaning up. Literally. Like, I'm sure there once was a valid reason for keeping this, but yeah, let's just move on. Flip your now dry cover around and glue the stick-out paper in place. Restack the new collection of flat pressing objects and instantly take them down again, for the magic of editing has removed the corn from one can and quick-dried the entire thing. Press it into the space behind the glass and then just tape it down. And there you go, a privacy screen for your belongings. Still though, something is missing. Something you will find in another hoarding place. Wrapping from various deliveries. Just the sound of this material alone somehow makes it too good to be thrown away. Smooth it out as successfully as possible and mark where to cut. This remarkably stubborn material should give you 4 stripes, 2 long ones and 2 short ones, as wide or narrow as you please, and with some watercolor thrown at them they will become a beautiful accent frame for your covered glass door. There it is. That is what we were thinking about. Now do the exact same thing all over again and bam! Your chaos is now perfectly hidden, and it generally calms down the cramped feeling of the small living space. Fun fact about dog hair, this specific blanket is the biggest sucker for it I've ever seen, which is equally irritating when sleeping in it as it is convenient since all dog hair is collected in one spot instead of being spread everywhere. Also very funny, your rental contract prohibits damage to the walls and ceiling. So no screws or nails can be involved in the installation of this beautiful projector. Unless of course you can afford to lose $3,000 of security deposit, which, let's be honest, if you could, you would probably live in another apartment altogether. Anyways, what have we learned fixes all problems? Cardboard and tape. Now these are the ruins of a previous mount done by your partner and one of his friends in the old days when social contact was still a thing. What went wrong, you might ask? Well, mostly the quantity of tape and a very dangerously low-hanging cable that eventually dragged everything down with it. So start by fixing the power supply with 1, 2, 3, a very confused doggo, 4, 5 and connecting the PlayStation to the projector. Then prepare a cozy nest for your beloved home entertainment by taping the runaway strip right back up there. Turn the baby on, adjust the picture and tape until nothing can ever move anywhere anymore. To prevent another cable accident, fix it to the ceiling and the wall. Now, some of you might have noticed that the projector power cord is plugged into a power strip which is plugged into another power strip. This is of course not at all recommended. But we never use the projector with any other electric devices running, so overloading the system is practically impossible. Also, there are only 3 outlets in the entire room and none of them are in this corner, so there's really no alternative to using these as extension cords. Still, please stay safe, especially if you're living in a house with old electric work. Lastly, use some leftovers to optimize the projector position and enjoy your private cinema's welcoming screen by taking a little doggo break. Now freshly rested for the DIY crown jewel of this apartment makeover, and in a shocking turn of events, it requires cardboard, paste, pages and a big flat surface to work on. But it is really big cardboard this time. By mere coincidence, this box has the perfect format for this project. So only cut away the hindrance, then open it up and smear the entire inside with pasty goo as if you were making the world's most questionable calzone. Then proceed to exploit art materials to press the drying sides together. While that is doing its thing, take your single social contact for a walk, and on your way back, raid the local community paper trash. Remember though to wash your hands and sanitize. Build a little box tower and lose focus for a second because you can for the life of you not remember what was in this one. Yeah, that didn't help. Anyways, take the environment-destroying pain in the butt no one asked for and make use of it by slamming it on the cardboard over and over and over again. This one actually needs to be really strong and solid, so do your worst. Speed up the drying process of multiple layers by cheating and pressing on the top one without rubbing more wallpaper paste on it, so it is forced to absorb the leftover from below. This also allows the risk of your makeshift weights getting stuck while pinning everything to the ground. Time! Okay. Time travel to the future, turn your gem around and bring the sides in, then cover it up completely. Time travel again, pick it up and swoops, you have created an extended tabletop to minimize desk envy within your household. This end, however, might need some extra support, so again, cardboard, tape, paste, paper. The concept at this point should be rather clear. Again, stability is key here. Now grab the blue color you've had for so long you can't even remember a time before its existence and paint the entire belly of the tables as it coincidentally matches up almost perfectly with your curtains. Also yes, no one's ever gonna see this, but I know, and that's what matters. Now turn this thing around, squeeze it in place and tailor the top to fit the new apartment vibe with more paper, more paste, more paper pasting. Beautiful. Now set up the setup and enjoy the satisfaction of having successfully done more than half the project. But guess what's missing here? Cardboard, paste, paper and done! Bedside table cover. Also cover this embarrassing naked spot over here with There's one last unfortunate furniture situation in this room, because while buying him, silly you didn't quite realize that the lower shelves of Billy over here wouldn't be accessible. What a dummy you are. A compromise was made and we will now capitalize on that with these empty toilet paper rolls. Tape them to each other until you reach the height of your desk, then give them a solid stand with whatever materials you have left lying around. And double down until you trust this to hold up. Maybe fill it with some soil. Since you're slowly but surely running out of options, grab this pizza box you haven't put in the recycling bin yet and fit it to the corner. Cover it with paper. Cover the rolls in paper. Build small support structures and cover them in paper. Then create the paper worm as a socket for the rolls and cover it with paper. Tape the borders to your desk and your good friend Billy over here. If you would like to look professional, use a level to do so. But then again, it is late at night and no one will ever see, so I guess this will do. However, as it turns out, pizza boxes are not necessarily suitable material when it comes to crafting resilient objects, so reinforce everything with a second layer. While this is drying, grab some leftovers and build this weird looking thing that when covered up and cut to size finally gives you an alternative to having headphones lying around on your desk. To assemble the rest of your corner level up, simply lay the pizza box on top and pile on all the cable and whatnot that was previously clogging up your crafting area. And now for the grand reveal of the mandatory before and after that makes a makeover video a makeover video. We've turned the IKEA shelf of just hold on to this for now into a dedicated space. We have made the desk of misplaced items into an actually functional working area. We have transformed this tiny excuse of a table into a usable home office. We have done nothing much to the dog's bed except for pushing it out of the way, but we have cleared out the entire storage side of things and made it look less claustrophobic and as if the inhabitants of this apartment had lost control of their lives. Alright, I owe a big thank you to my baby Jojo over here, who not only loves the new spying options, but kept me from going crazy during these fun times. And thank you to my boyfriend, who after multiple flight cancellations still made it home somehow, so we can at least be stuck in this made-over apartment together. Hey Babe, ich kann dich atmen hören.
Was?
Ich kann dich atmen hören.
Ja, was soll ich machen?
Halt die Luft an.